fly to the sky safari aeroplane. It's a third of a mile long. It's 180 feet at the highest point. This gives you a bird's eye view of the ground itself. And of course, touchdown down is on your package deals, one-day pass, any of the multi-park passes. And if you're a member, you get your ride for free all year round with your membership card. Well, the animals that live here don't live here anymore. They live down the hill. They're in the panda trek. You can see them at panda trek. The Sichuan takin. We do have a young takin that was born July 5th. Her name is Dooley. I want to go, when you go down to pandas, you can say, hi. This tree on the right, I like to mention, it's got some very unique blue fan-shaped leaves. It's called a ginkgo biloba tree. Ginkgo biloba, the herb. But I can't remember what it's for. That was it. I know, that was the joke. Memory. Stop number 3 on the left. Take it down to Polar Bear Plunge or head to Elephant Odyssey. Is designed to show you the diversity of life right here in Southern California more than 12,000 years ago in life-size statues of extinct mammals that lived here. Giant ground sloth, saber-toothed cats, American lions, Columbian mammoths. All lived here during the Pleistocene. There was a huge extinction event at the end of the Pleistocene. A lot of the animals just were wiped out. And I do see an African lion. This will probably not be your best view today of the lions, but so we're on the other side of this rock, and I'm going to see what we get. I'm going to go by here. Oh, wait. Okay, one on each side. She probably won't be able to easy to see, but behind this tree, the only tree in there, there's the male lion. So I'm going to go by as slow as I possibly can. You're going to want to come back to see Mbari. Mbari is about 430 pounds of gorgeous male lion. Females do 90% of the hunting. The males eat 90% of the food.
Sounds familiar.
They live in pride. Up to 30 or so, headed up by its mom, sisters, aunts, and cousins, headed up by a couple of non-related males who only reign over a pride for about a year or two, and then they get ousted by a stronger male that comes by. So the female, if you're at the front of the bus, the female is on the other side of that rock bridge. The only large cat where you can tell the difference between the male and the female very easily. The only big cat with a tail tucked, and the only social cat. No, I can't back up. But here past that, check out the birds of paradise. And about 3 from the end there, you can see a great blue chiraco. Beautiful bird. If you're past the lion, check out the bird on the left. They just had chicks recently. They were not successful at having chicks for a long time. One of their diet items is pigs, and they always got fresh pigs. Well, a keeper found out that they actually need wormy pigs to give them some kind of nutrient that was missing, and now they're more successful in having chicks. Down here, there is a rock, and then there's a tree on its side. You're down on the ground, right-hand side. There's an Indiri with jaguar. Indiri was named after a semi-active volcano in Nicaragua. But she's pretty active. She comes out in the morning, ready to investigate. Jaguars are stockier and more powerful than the leopards. They're excellent swimmers. She can hold their breath for a couple minutes under the water, catching fish. Occasionally they do stock her pool with fish. Jaguars where the fossils were found all the way up to Alaska. We have a bunch of photographers on the lower deck, don't we? Alright. You have all day. Okay, I'm already running behind, so we're gonna head up here to Elephant Odyssey, where the elephants live. Did you know there's only about 45,000 Asian elephants around, and there's about less than 500,000 African elephants? love elephants. You want to help make sure that they're still around, so when you take your African safari that you see some. Check out the Project Elephant Footprint. Turns out elephants have migrations, that they're ancient, and they go through what are now people's homes and farms and things, and not good things happen when that occurs. So our elephant helped test some GPS tracking collars so they could follow those migrations, figure out where they were, and pass that on to key decision makers in Africa. So you can help support these projects at Project Elephant Footprint. Check out our website, sandiegozoo.org. We have conservation projects around the world. If you have a favorite animal, try to find it on there. Maybe you can help. And if you just want to find out more about your animals, a lot of neat info. So Asian elephants are the ones with the rounder backs, of course, the smaller ears. Those are called utilitaries. It's blocking our elephant view right there with heaters and shade and a good stretching pose for the elephant booty. Our elephant care center on the right, really neat. You get to watch the elephant giving the keepers to the elephant with scrubs and pedicures. I don't think the elephants give the keepers with scrubs, but who knows. In the morning, the elephants are waiting for the keepers. Hi, they want to say hi. And so at noon, there's going to be a keeper talk there. I'm going to show you ranchers are up here. He's our only bull elephant. Lucky guy. Big female. And you will note him because he has very, very, very large tusks. Well, thank you for showing us your butt and not your tusks. Turn around. Thank you. They are actually very trained, not for me obviously, but the keepers, they use verbal cues and they use whistles, and they're trained to turn and show body parts and put their feet into the little doors to get their foot scrubs and pedicures. They use only positive reinforcement, which is where a reward is given for desired behavior. So one keeper will be there with some fresh veggies, and the other keeper will be working on the elephant. They can opt out anytime they want, but they're pretty cooperative. They like their food. Tempo, the African elephant, likes food so much she will purr. Saber-tooth girl on the right, local organic food. Well, it turns out camels and horses originated here in North America. There was an ice age during the Pleistocene, and there were some land bridges that the dromedary, or the camels, crossed over, relatives of the camels. That is a dromedary camel with the one hump. What do they store in the humps? Do not say water. Fat, yes, just fat. What do you call a camel without a hump? Humphrey. Wow, you're a tough crowd. They can lose 40% of their body weight at a time. They can go months without eating. They do drink a lot. They can drink 30 gallons of water in about half an hour. If you have those 5-gallon containers at home, you know it would take 6 to make 30 gallons. I'm not very good at math, but I just got 5 times 6. This is Sweetness. This is a llama. Our foreign Spanish speakers, como se es, llama? I know, they all go, it's llama, it's llama. It's a girl too. So, during the end of the Pleistocene, lots of animals went extinct except this awesome bird. Only to have their own close encounter with extinction in the 1980s, they were down to a little over 20 birds. So they were taken out of the wild, big decision. But we started the California Condor Recovery Program. The zoo and public and private partnerships work together, and there's a few facilities doing this now. They are from 23 birds, we're up to 401, and 203 are out in the wild now. That is the idea, and this is one of our breeding and reintroduction programs, California Condor. So we hope one day that they can get their populations up by themselves. They just found some in Utah. They're migrating now, so it's very interesting. They're released in California, Arizona, and Baja California. They are, of course, scavenger birds. They eat carrion or dead flesh for a living. And they recently boycotted the commercial airlines because they only allow 2 pieces of carry-on. Alright, fine. Don't laugh at my joke. Stop number 4 on the express buses.